If you've watched The Amazing World of Gumball for more than 5 minutes, you already know this show refuses to stay in its lane.
First, distract target.
Look! Behind you! Your butt!
Then disorientate.
It bends animation styles, pokes fun at its own universe, and loves crashing into other cartoons like it's the most normal thing in the world. But what a lot of people don't realize is just how far Gumball has traveled across the animation multiverse. From blink and you miss it cameos to full-on cross-dimension chaos, this blue cat has shown up in some of the wildest places you'd never expect. And today, we're breaking down every single one of Gumball's appearances in other cartoons, including some crossover moments so bizarre you'll wonder how the studio even approved them. Stick around because some of these cameos are so hidden, most fans never even notice them. And while you're here, hit like and subscribe, because it helps the channel grow and keeps these deep dives coming. Let's kick things off with one of the biggest crossovers in Cartoon Network history, Crossover Nexus. This special pulled together a massive lineup of characters from the 90s and 2000s, creating a visual feast of nostalgic chaos. It's like Cartoon Network dumped its entire character library into a blender and said, "Go wild." But the moment everyone remembers is when Ben Tennyson, in the middle of his usual alien transformation antics, begins glitching into iconic mascots like Robot Jones, Uncle Grandpa, and yes, Gumball himself, before finally morphing into Mirai from regular show. It's quick, but it hits. That half-second cameo sparks the same excitement as spotting your favorite celebrity walking past on a red carpet. The moment you see that gummy grin, your brain just lights up. It's like, yup, that's my guy. But Crossover Nexus is only the beginning. Gumball's multiverse journey gets way darker, way faster, and nothing shows that better than learning with Pibby. When Adult Swim dropped the Pibby short on October 30th, 2021, nobody had any idea what they were in for. It started like one of those pastel-colored preschool shows where everything is sunshine, songs, and squeaky animal friends. And then boom. Instant nightmare fuel. The glitch hits the screen like a horror movie jump scare, corrupting everything from the soundtrack to the characters.
Pibby, I'm scared.
Suddenly, Bun Boon is gone, the world is cracking apart, and Pibby is running for her life from corrupted shells of characters we all grew up with.
I discovered whole other worlds that are nothing like mine.
Oh, you're gonna love it here.
The wildest part is how deep these corruption cameos go. You've got Flintstones, you've got Porky Pig, there's Finn from Adventure Time, Amethyst from Steven Universe, and right there in the middle of the chaos is a horrifyingly glitched Gumball. It's like someone put him in a haunted VHS tape and hit fast forward. Even Darwin appears on the Resistance team fighting alongside Samurai Jack and Buttercup, holding back the glitch wave like it's a crossover apocalypse. The whole Pibby project had the potential to be the most ambitious adult animation event in years, especially with the teasing of Rick and Morty, Smiling Friends, and more. But despite almost 40 million views and massive fan hype, it never got the green light. It feels like the kind of crossover that was too good for this world. Amazing idea. Impossible paperwork. Now, if Pibby was dark, our next cameo swings right back into pure weirdness, courtesy of Uncle Grandpa. And honestly, if you've ever watched Uncle Grandpa, you already know nothing in that universe makes sense by design.
Have you seen my precious email?
In the episode Pizza Eve, the camera pans across an award show called The Grampies, which is basically the Grammys if you dropped it in a blender with every waking nightmare Uncle Grandpa has ever had. Among the crowd of guest characters is Samurai Jack, the Powerpuff Girls, and sandwiched nervously between them, our boy Gumball. But what makes this cameo funny is that he's not doing anything. He's just sitting there with this anxious expression on his face. And that is something you almost never see on Gumball. The only reason he looks that stressed is probably because being in a building with Uncle Grandpa automatically raises your anxiety levels by 50%. And the best part? Uncle Grandpa proceeds to win every award, even ones extremely obviously meant for Adventure Time. The award for Best Feel-Good Fantasy Adventure Series with a furry yellow companion? Yeah, Uncle Grandpa just yoinks it. Honestly, respect.
And the winner is... Well, what do you know? Uncle Grandpa! Whoa! I can't believe it!
But we're not stopping at Cartoon Network. Oh no. Brace yourself, because Gumball's next cameo takes place in one of the most unlikely shows ever, South Park. Imagine pitching that in a meeting. South Park and Gumball in the same sentence. The crossover nobody would expect, but somehow it still happened. On December 7th, 2016, the episode The End of Serialization as We Know It aired, and in one scene, Sheila checks her son Ike's search history. It's full of exactly what you'd expect a modern kid to search for. PewDiePie, Markiplier, Minecraft. But right there in the middle of everything is a little search that reads The Amazing World of Gumball Streaming. And what makes the reference even funnier is the fact he wasn't subscribed to Gumball Universe. Which is relatable because a lot of you are watching right now and also aren't subscribed. You know what to do. But the fact that Trey Parker and Matt Stone included Gumball for once not as a target of their comedy, but as a nod of appreciation shows the cultural reach Gumball has. South Park usually references things they hate or things they want to tear apart. But this time, it felt like a genuine shout-out, a rare wholesome moment from the Kings of Chaos. Jumping back to Cartoon Network territory, Gumball shows up again in Teen Titans Go. And yes, I know people love to dunk on Titans Go, but let's be honest. When this show references anything, it does it with full energy.
The chicken or the egg?
It's the chickadee chicken! Everyone knows that, home slice!
In the episode Squash and Stretch, the Titans are humiliated after losing a battle to a squirrel. Yes, an actual squirrel beat them. Naturally, they start plotting revenge until Cyborg decides to teach them about the beauty of cartoon physics.
No. Look.
He turns on a parody cartoon that mixes Looney Tunes-style slapstick with a modern twist. The characters in this cartoon? A green cat and a purple fish. The fish, in particular, looks unmistakably like a Gumball shoutout. It's subtle, but you can't tell me that design wasn't inspired by Darwin. Teen Titans Go has done tons of animation tributes over the years, so slipping in a Gumball nod fits perfectly. But the Titans weren't done, because Gumball gets another nod in the episode Cat's Fancy. This one is just cute.
But I was buying my frozen meals for one, when outside of the store I found a box of precious treasures.
Starfire becomes a full-on cat lady, collecting cats like Infinity Stones. In her cat-themed apartment, fans noticed a rug shaped like Gumball. It's the kind of cameo you'd miss if you blink, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. And honestly, it fits. If you were decorating a cat apartment, why wouldn't you want a Gumball rug? But this next one is where things go big. Not just Gumball, but the entire Watterson family crosses over into Villainous. If you've never watched Villainous, imagine an evil cartoon consulting firm that exists solely to help villains become even more terrifying.
This machine takes the most evil thing you can imagine and makes it real. For example,
This sandwich is the most evil thing you could think of.
It's led by Black Hat, the ultimate evil businessman, with Dr. Flug as the awkward genius behind all the tech. And this show has some of the coolest Cartoon Network crossover moments ever. During orientation videos for villains, you'll see characters from places like the city of Townsville, and even Nicole and Granny JoJo making appearances. But the biggest cameo is Rob. Yes, Rob from Gumball. Rob becomes a client of the Black Hat organization after failing over and over to defeat Gumball. The show reviews his failures like an embarrassing highlight reel. It's like when your teacher calls you up to the board and reveals you forgot to do the homework for the 4th time in a row. Rob then joins villain training alongside other iconic Cartoon Network villains, taking classes, doing challenges, and working to prove himself. But the real twist comes when Dr. Flug casually mentions Richard and Nicole. Suddenly he realizes Nicole trained with him in the past, meaning Nicole might secretly be one of the most powerful villains in the Cartoon Network multiverse. And honestly, that tracks. Then to top it off, Gumball and Darwin find the business card that got her into villain training in the first place, leading to a hilarious moment of the two trying to figure out whether their mom is secretly evil. Spoiler alert, she probably is. Of course, most of Gumball's cameos happen on Cartoon Network shows, but somehow, someway, Gumball found his way onto Disney. And not just any Disney project, a full-on Disney movie, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. This film is packed with cameos from every corner of animation, including Ugly Sonic, Winnie the Pooh, and even characters from The Simpsons. But tucked into the parade of bootleg characters is a purple, long-limbed, slightly off-brand version of Gumball. He doesn't look exactly right. No tail, wrong color, limbs too long. But you look at him and immediately know what they were referencing. Disney managed to sneak in a Gumball bootleg and nobody stopped them. The confidence is impressive. But the Gumball tour isn't done. Uncle Grandpa strikes again in the episode Cartoon Factory, this time featuring Darwin on a poster. Except it's not quite Darwin. It's a knockoff version that looks suspiciously like Ribbit from Gumball's Copycats episode. It's the kind of detail that makes animation fans pause the screen just to confirm their eyes aren't lying. And Uncle Grandpa wasn't finished, because in the episode transitional phase, Gumball pops up yet again in the background. The Uncle Grandpa team really said, if we can add Gumball, we will. And now we arrive at one of the most unexpected places Gumball ever appeared, King Sakir. This Turkish Cartoon Network series began in 2016 and has over 280 episodes.
This place feels really scary and haunted, just like my one closet back at home.
Oh, come on, come on. Let's quickly find my kite and just get out of here.
It's wildly popular in Turkey, but a lot of fans worldwide might not even know it exists. In Season 1, Episode 28, titled Case Death, there's a moment where footage from Gumball's episode The Origins appears briefly on screen. It flashes by quickly, but it's unmistakably Gumball and Darwin as kids from their backstory episode. It fits thematically since the scene deals with family and relationships, making it a surprisingly thoughtful crossover instead of just a random cameo. And there you have it. Every Gumball cameo across the animation multiverse. From massive crossover events to weird background decorations, from Disney movies to Turkish cartoons, Gumball has done it all. Which brings us to the perfect moment for you to do something just as legendary. Scroll down and hit subscribe. Don't make me send Uncle Grandpa to your house. That button is glowing. It's begging to be clicked. And once you hit it, don't unclick it. Leave it on. Join the squad. We're trying to hit 250,000, and with your help, we're getting there one Blue Cat fan at a time.